Okay, so hello everybody, I hope you're well, and so fascinating that collectively this conversation is just manifesting itself so beautifully, and I think I've just fallen in love slightly with William, so yes, what an amazing man. So thank you for being so brave and being on the front line. So in the UK, we have the hub of child trafficking, which was in London, and coincidentally it's in the Bristol Family Court now. They have changed the hub for child trafficking into Bristol Family Court, which I will be outside of tomorrow, exposing the child trafficking with some amazing, powerful people. And one of the biggest reasons that they've taken the family courts hub into Bristol is because of the port and the access into the seas, and also the airport as well with the private jets, which we saw with Jeffrey Epstein, we saw with Ghislaine, we saw how their network of paedophiles is the only word I can use, how they used and abused the private jet, the high-flying elitist network to their advantage, using blackmail, coercion, which brings me on to Freemasonry. Freemasonry is a subject that every single living man, living woman, mother, father, uncle, auntie, grandmother, grandfather needs to fully comprehend to protect our children. This is a global network of Satanism. I went outside of the Masonic Hall only 2 nights ago and asked a Freemason to his face about why they swear an oath with a double-edged sword to their neck and a rope around their neck. Now, they do this in order to force their brethren under coercive control, to scare them and terrify them, that should they break their silence, should they speak out about any corruption, any paedophilia, any fraud, any crime against their other brethren, which is the judges, the police, the regulators, then they will have their tongues cut out and left on the beach. That is Freemasonry. Freemasonry runs the world. Understand Freemasonry, comprehend that, and we as a collective can start to unpick this shit show that we have been put into. So in terms of where we are in England...
Before you go on, I just need to qualify that point a bit with you, because I've spent many years meeting with different Freemasons. I'm not acting as an apologist here, for those of you who like to think I'm a Vatican agent, but I do want to temper this with my own personal experience. I say that Freemasonry is rotten to the core. But I say that arguably up to 90% are decent people trapped in a stupid system who are in there with the best will in the world, and are just witless, formless individuals. In the main, there are some very intelligent Masons out there. I was asked a couple of years ago to address a room filled with Masons. They were very intelligent people in the main, had a good esoteric knowledge, and wanted me to actually lecture to them about what I understood. So I just want to put that in there for the more reductive people looking in here. We're not trying to create more divisions here. It's not about attack your local Freemason. No, it's about understanding that we've really now evolved to a place where we don't need secret societies, for the love of Christ. We don't need to be playing those stupid games to protect the flame of truth or some esoteric hoo-ha. That's really the point here. Please crack on. Sorry.
And no. Thank you for clarifying that, because I myself, when I had the conversation 2 nights ago, what is very clear is that the outer circle, the good Freemasons, the ones that do the charity work in the local communities, are actually the PR gurus who have zero comprehension of what actually goes on at the top of the Satanism, the paedophilia, the child blood drinking sacrifice, the SRA. They have no comprehension of that. So it's not even in their fault. You know, it's not their fault. So there is definitely a circle within a circle within a circle. And it's the core that I'm focusing on, and I'm spreading the light and the truth upon that inner core circle, which brings me on to Theresa Villas MP, Conservative Member of Parliament, Chippenham Barnet, who is the Privy Councillor to Elizabeth II, connected to Prince Andrew. She is Mossad, MI5, MI6, GCHQ agent who attended my wedding of only 20 people upon invitation of my ex-husband, who is infiltrating my life and the life of my friends. And this is what we're seeing. This is why William's knowledge is so powerful. What is happening is these secret society agents are infiltrating anyone that is standing up in the truth. And the way that we can protect ourselves, because I was just reading the comments as I've been listening to people, the way that you protect yourself is through clarification, using peace and transparency and truth. And that's all we're here to do, is to strip back the lies, to stand in sovereignty, and to command the truth. We cannot be lied to anymore. So when these policy enforcers, when these actors turn up at your door very peacefully, you don't open the door. I, on my website, have put the legal entrapment card for everybody to instill the knowledge within themselves to stand in the sovereignty. And it's all about asking questions. Who are you? Why are you here? Can I see your ID? Be peaceful and say that I'm here standing in the truth to ensure that trust is re-established between us, the people, and those that wish to govern us. That's all we're here to do. And we'll want to do that in a place of peace and sovereignty and truth and transparency, because that is only how we regain trust. So here in England, going back to the trafficking, we are seeing in the family courts, the reason they have silenced and privatised the family courts is to protect the judges. It's not to protect the children. What some of these judges are doing is ripping children, innocent children. They're targeting vulnerable families, single mothers, and creating false allegations through the social workers, through CAFCAS, through child protection services. And these agents have zero idea what they're doing. They don't have the mental comprehension that they're participating in child trafficking, ripping innocent children away from very loving mothers and fathers. And we're seeing this in the heart of Bristol Family Court. That is the hub of England for child trafficking. And I can prove that time and time again with the overwhelming evidence coming out of that court. And it's the same judge, Judge Stephen Wildblood, is the clues in the name. He's one of the biggest perpetrators to force mothers to go on the run, using fear and coercion and false allegations, and then he accuses them of kidnap, hauls them back into the court and rips the children away. Where are these children going? 100,000 children are going missing in the UK alone every year, and they're being processed through these family fraudulent courts. That's how they're doing it.